Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley Nicole here, back with another video. I know this video has been long overdue. I'm kind of sick and I was waiting for the story to be finished for me to post the video. This story is part of my series, The Unknown. If you do not know what The Unknown is, it is where I tell your story. Everybody has one story or two or three or multiple stories that they want to put out there, but they don't want people to know that it's their story. One, because it's probably shameful. They don't feel pity, or they're scared to tell the story. And I'm here to do just that for you. I'm here to tell your story for you. So it's like you're the author and I'm the narrator. Today we have a story. It's 7 pages long. It's very detailed and very emotional, and I hope you guys, leave your thoughts and comments on the story down below in the comments. And I will do my best to give you my thoughts and comments at the end of this video. So, without further ado, let's get into the story. Okay, so the story is called My Changing Road. I was only a little girl when my life was changed upside down. I am 31 at the moment, but these 3 life-changing events changed me as a whole. I was only 5 when I went down to the basement and one of my closest family members tried to rape me. I was only a little girl, innocent, kind, and loving. And this man was the first stop on my changing road. I remember going down into the basement to get a snack. He was there and saw me. Once he saw me, he started to walk towards me. He called my name, so I turned around to look at him as I was walking towards the steps. I looked at this man who I loved deeply, and a sense of fear came over me. I couldn't tell what it was, as I was only 5 years old. I stared at him, and he starts to take off his belt. I remember thinking, oh God, I'm in trouble. Whose snack did I just take? As I was so innocent to realize what was about to happen. This man proceeded to unbutton his pants and zip down his zipper. I was confused, but also alarmed, because my mother taught me never to look at someone's private part. This man, who I loved so much, took his private part out and started to jerk. I was starting to feel very frightened, but I didn't know what to do. This man, who I loved so much, proceeded to start walking towards me, urging me to touch. I started to back up because I knew something wasn't right. As I started to back up, he started to walk faster, kind of running towards me. Once he got really close, he tried to grab me. Something told me to run. I ran through his legs and headed for the stairs. God saved me. If it wasn't for God telling me to go, he would have took advantage of me. I was only a little girl. I didn't know what was going on. When I was about 8 or 9, I was over at my best friend's house. Once again, I was only a little girl. She had an older brother, which every little girl thought was so hot, including me. One day prior, my best friend told him that I thought he was hot. I guess that's what got his mind going. Because the day I was over, I remember going to the bathroom to use it. Their bathroom was easy to unlock. While I was walking to the bathroom, I walked by his room and he saw me. I went into the bathroom and started to use it when I hear the door handle moving. I thought it was my best friend because she always came in, so I didn't think anything of it. My best friend's brother was the second stop on my changing road. As I was finishing up, my best friend's brother opens the door, walks in, and stands there. All the while, I thought it was his sister. Once I finally look up, I gasp and proceed to scream, but he covered my mouth and said, "Shh." I listened as I was scared, and he grabs the toilet paper. He wraps it around his hand. I thought he was going to give it to me, but no. He lifted me up off the toilet and put the hand that had the toilet paper wrapped around it in my forbidden place. I started tearing up and was so scared, but I thought the worst. I thought to myself, if I scream, he can kill me by choking me or something. I froze up. I was young, and I'm allowed to panic and freeze up, right? But I was touched. I was molested. I was robbed from my innocence. Given the fact this was my second encounter with a sick-minded person, I was touched. And I remember him saying, "Don't tell my sister, because she won't believe you. And she will hate you for lying on me like that." I was so naive that in order to keep our friendship, I didn't say a word. He never touched me after that, and I thank God every single day. It could have been much worse. At this point in time, my innocence was gone. I figured everyone that came near me, whether it be a child or old, was out to do me harm. I even started to look at my father differently, almost as if I was waiting for him to cross that line. I became bitter, mean, aggressive. I became a brat. I started to fail all my classes. I started to behave the way I never had. I was a distressed child, but nobody knew why, and I refused to speak on it. When I became a teen, I finally dated a boy. He was handsome, and in my radar, he seemed as if he was not out to get me. So I thought. This so-called boyfriend of mine was the third and last stop on my changing road. At the time, I thought I was never going to go near a boy. They've caused so much damage already. But he was different. Well, he seemed to be. We only dated for a month or so. I remember going over to his house and his mother leaving to go do something. We were alone. And you know, at that time, kissing was everything, so we were kissing. All of a sudden, the vibe changed. He started kissing me aggressively, and I pushed off, but he started kissing me again. He pinned me down, and I started to get that very feeling I felt in my last two events. I started to remember everything that has already happened to me. I started to grow angry with myself for even letting myself fall back into this place. Angry with myself for believing that not all guys are harmless. Then I felt his hand going up my shirt. At this point, I have had it. I grew the courage in me and the strength in me to fight back. I bit him and I kicked him in his crotch. I bit him so hard that he started bleeding. But I got him off of me. I quickly got up and grabbed my phone while he was yelling in pain because I kicked him so hard. He started to call me names, and I looked at him and spit the bit of his blood that was in my mouth on his face. I called him a pig. That was my last straw. My whole mentality changed. I became evil. I became hateful. Every guy that came near me, I made sure I hurt him. Whether he was out to get me or not, I would never know. But I made sure every male that came near me felt the pain that I had. I broke everyone's heart. I made them fall in love with me, and I would break their heart with no remorse. It actually felt good to me, up until I met my husband now. He brought the loving, caring, compassionate me back. He's the first man that was not out to get me. The one that changed my life for the better again. I was so hurt, I wanted to bring hurt upon every male I came across. I never shared this story, only to my husband. I want to thank you, Ashley Nicole. My past has been haunting me every day of my life. It feels so good to let it go, set it free, and put it out there for everyone to know my story. What you are doing is amazing, and I thank you for changing my life as well. I don't feel hurt anymore. I feel free from my past. I hope someone learns from my story and it makes a change in their life. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this story. Wow, this story is very painful, very hurtful, and the 3 guys that changed her life for the worst were very, very sick-minded and very wrong for what they did. This story brings chills on me because I can only imagine how she felt writing this story. And I thank you very, very, very much. You know who you are. And I thank you very much for letting me share your story and letting me help you break free from your pain and your hurt and your sorrow and all of the above. I thank you very much for supporting me in my journey and helping me help you and help others. You know, I want to say that you're a very, very strong woman. You are very intelligent, very courageous. Don't feel bad for not fighting back when you were younger. You didn't know any better. That was not your fault. None of it was your fault, and I'm pretty sure that all your life you felt like it was your fault, but it was never your fault. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I keep saying thank you because, you know, this is such a hard story to share. And the fact that you never shared it with anybody else besides your husband tells me a lot and tells me how painful this story is to you. So I want to say thank you for letting me share and letting me let you break free from your pain, because that's all I'm here for. I'm here to help you and I'm here to care for you. So just know that none of it was ever your fault, and God protected you, as you said. God helped you, God saved you, and God guided you. Although you turned very rebellious later on, very mean and evil, as you call it, you know, you met a man that made you find your way, and now you're an amazing woman with a very painful story to share. So I want to say thank you, and I love you, and I hope that more of you guys, you know, grow courage to share your story. I love you guys. Bye.